Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is one of the most significant political and religious figures in modern Iranian history. Below is a comprehensive profile. Full name: Syed Ali Hossein Khamenei, of birth July 17, 1939 in Mashhad, Iran. Religious title: Ayatollah. High-ranking title in Twelver, Shia Islam. Current position: Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, in office since June 4, 1989, succeeded Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, the founder of the Islamic Republic. Current position of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, in office since June 4, 1989, appointed by Assembly of Experts. Following the death of Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, preceded by Ayatollah Khomeini, founder of the Islamic Republic. Role and powers as Supreme Leader. Khomeini holds the highest authority in Iran, surpassing even the president. His position is defined in the Iranian Constitution, Article 110. He has broad powers over military and defense. Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, appoints head of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC). Controls the national security and intelligence apparatus. Judiciary. Appoints and oversees the head of the judiciary, has influence over major legal decisions, media, and culture. Appoints head of the state broadcaster IRIB, controls cultural and religious policies, elections, and government. Oversight. Appoints half of the Guardian Council, which vets election candidates and laws, oversees the expediency discernment.
Council, final arbiter
on constitutional disputes. Foreign policy. Sets the direction of foreign relations, especially concerning nuclear policy. Iran, relations, Israel, and regional strategy. Support for groups like Hezbollah, Hamas. Significance. Ali Khamenei's position gives him near absolute power over Iran's government, military, judiciary, and economy. Although the president of Iran is elected by the people, the president operates under the shadow of the supreme leader's authority. Would you like an org chart showing Iran's power structure under Khomeini, a previous political role of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, term October 13, 1981. August 3, 1989, Vice President Hassan Habib, Prime Minister Mirha Sain Mausavi. Muhammad Ali Khamenei assassinated.
Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani, how he became president.
Elected after the assassination of President Rajai and Prime Minister Bahanor in a 1981 bombing. Won 2 presidential elections, 1981 and 1985. With overwhelming support, was the first cleric to serve as president of Iran. Key responsibilities and challenges. As president, Khomeini had limited power compared to the supreme leader Khomeini at the time. He managed executive functions during the final years of the Iran-Iraq War 1980 to 1988, worked closely with Prime Minister Mousavi, though they often disagreed on economic and political policies. Faced deep economic hardship, war devastation, and sanctions during his presidency. Notable events during his presidency: end of the Iran-Iraq War, 1988 expansion of the Islamic Republic's bureaucracy and institutions, strengthening of the Revolutionary Guard IRGC as a central pillar of power, start of Iran's reconstruction efforts. Post-war president of Iran, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, 1981 to 1989, term in office. Start October 13, 1981, end August 3, 1989, elected twice. 1981 election, won approximately 95% of the vote. 1985 re-election, won again. With strong support, predecessor Muhammad Ali Khamenei assassinated in a bombing, August 1981. Successor Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani. Key figures during his presidency: Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, Prime Minister Mirha Sain Mousavi, a reformist figure, later Vice President Hassan Habibi. Major events during his presidency: Iran-Iraq War 1982-1988. Oversaw Iran during the bloodiest years of the war. Advocated for continued resistance against Saddam Hussein's Iraq. Faced a fair international isolation. Post-revolution, stabilization, helped rebuild government institutions, strengthened the Islamic Republic structure after early internal chaos. Economic struggles, war costs, sanctions, and internal inefficiencies led to deep recession. Conflicts with PM, philosophy over economic management, planned economy versus privatization. Crackdowns on opposition, continued suppression of opposition groups, including leftists, monarchists, and the Mojahedin-e-Khalq. Presidential powers then, less powerful than today's president, because real authority rested with Ayatollah Khamenei, supreme leader. The position was mostly administrative, with major decisions made by the supreme leader and clerical elite. Legacy as president, gained valuable executive and political experience, built a base within Iran's military and security structures, seen by many as loyal to Khomeini and a defender of the Islamic system, which paved the way for his appointment as supreme leader after Khomeini's death in 1989. Would you like a timeline or infographic summarizing his presidential years visually? Education of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Early education, born into a religious family in Mashhad, Iran, in 1939. His father, Ayatollah Javad Khamenei, was a cleric of Azeri descent. Khamenei began traditional Islamic studies at an early age, studying the Quran, Arabic, and classical Islamic texts. Seminary studies Haza Mashhad Seminary, started formal religious training in Mashhad, studied Islamic jurisprudence fiqh, theology and logic under local scholars. Qom Seminary Haza of Qom, moved to Qom, Iran's main center of Shia religious learning, studied under some of the most prominent clerics of the time, including Grand Ayatollah Hossein Borougudi Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, who later became supreme leader Allama Tabata, by renowned philosopher and Quranic scholar. Fields of study: fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence, usul al-fiqh, principles of jurisprudence, tafsir al-Quran, Quranic interpretation, Islamic philosophy, logic, and Arabic literature, also interested in Western philosophy and revolutionary thought. Languages: native language, Persian, fluent in Arabic, used in religious scholarship. Some exposure to English and Russian teaching and scholarship. Became a respected religious teacher in Mashhad after completing his studies. Gave public lectures, particularly on Islamic Revolution and anti-imperialism. Translated and wrote religious political works, including translations of Said Qutb's writings, Egyptian Islamist thinker, Islamic commentaries, with political and philosophical undertones. Title: earned the title Hujjat al-Islam, later elevated to Ayatollah. Not traditionally regarded as a toe-pranking Maria source of emulation, but became supreme leader through political consensus after Khomeini's death. Here's a focused overview of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's personal life, including his background, family, and private matters as far as known through verified sources. Asterisk: family background. Father, Ayatollah, said Javad Khamenei, a religious scholar alim of Azerbaijani origin, respected, but not very politically influential. Mother, Khadija Murtamati, from a religious Persian family with scholarly roots in Mashhad. Ethnicity: mixed Persian and Azerbaijani heritage. He speaks both Persian and Azeri. Fluently, marriage and children. Spouse, name undisclosed. Publicly rarely mentioned in state media, married in the 1960s. She is said to be from a devout religious family in Mashhad. Children: he is reported to have 6 children, 4 sons and 2 daughters, but detailed public information is limited due to strict privacy maintained by the Iranian government. Most notable son, Mojtaba Khomeini, possibly being groomed as a successor or major power broker, holds informal influence within the IRGC and clerical circles believed to be deeply involved in managing the Supreme, its leader's office and security. Other children maintain very low public profiles. Lifestyle: lives modestly by official portrayal. Consistent with Shia clerical traditions, resides primarily in Beiti Rabari, the leader's compound in Tehran, despite austere image. The leader's office is powerful and wealthy, overseeing large foundations like Said worth tens of billions in assets. Education and interests: trained extensively in Islamic jurisprudence, theology, and philosophy, formerly a preacher, writer, and translator before becoming a high-ranking cleric. Interests: poetry, especially Persian classical poetry literature. Has translated works of Sayyid Qutb and other Islamic thinkers into Persian. Deep interest in history and religious texts, encourages science, technology, and military development. An Iran assassination attempt date, June 27, 1981. Event: a bomb hidden in a tape recorder exploded while he was giving a sermon in a Tehran mosque. Injury: his right arm was permanently paralyzed. He often hides it beneath his cloak or robe. Religious practice: wears black turban. Outing: Sayyid status, claiming descent from Prophet Muhammad, maintains daily prayers. Religious duties and teachings, even as supreme leader, emphasizes asceticism and spiritual discipline, publicly privacy and secrecy details. About his personal life, are heavily guarded by Iranian authorities. Family members are kept away from politics publicly, with the exception of Mojtaba. No verified photos or public appearances of his wife or daughters. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, as Iran's supreme leader since 1989, has been a central figure in both domestic and international controversies. Below is a thorough breakdown of the main areas of criticism and controversy associated with him. Authoritarian rule critics argue that Khomeini exercises absolute, unchecked power over all branches of government, military, especially IRGC. Judiciary State Media Guardian Council, which vets election candidates' elections in Iran, are seen by many as largely symbolic, with real power residing in the supreme leader and those he appoints.